Hey everybody, this is Renee here from Reborn Health. And firstly, I do apologise. I am 30 minutes late to my designated time. And the reason is I accidentally uploaded the video, the live I did do, to my private profile page, which is always great. And also the audio wasn't really working. So if you are watching and you do notice that there's any issues with the audio or the video or whatever, let me know because I'm redoing this and fingers crossed that it works for you now. But anyway, I'm here. So if you are watching live, welcome. If you are watching on a replay, just let me know that you're watching replay in the comments. Just hashtag replay. Put any questions or comments that you have and I'm more than happy to answer them whenever you've got around to watching the video. So welcome. Today's topic is on the 3 top health tips that I teach my clients. And I really loved thinking about this one today and what I was going to talk about, because when I'm working with my clients, it's very individual, but there were definitely some very common themes that stick out for all of my clients that at some point through the coaching process, I will give to them as advice when it's needed. So the 3 main areas that I'll be sharing with you today is my top tip for nutrition, top tip for lifestyle, and one for mindset. There is a common theme amongst them, which you may start to figure out, but I find that they're a really good balance. And the reason why I focus on those 3 key areas is that if you put too much emphasis on one and not the other 2, or 2 and not the other one, you're not getting that really nice balance of, positivity within your health. And it makes it that much harder to implement positive changes towards your goals. So let me just check here. Great. Thanks, Andrew. It's working. Awesome. That's great. Okay, let's get started. So tip number 1 is my nutrition tip that I like to teach my clients. Of course, being a nutritionist, I'm going to have a nutrition tip. So the one that I like to tell all of my clients is to try and combine a carbohydrate-based meal with a protein and a fat. So the reason why I do this is, first of all, for the feeling of fullness. So it helps with any hunger. And the reason for this is that protein and fat takes longer to digest than a carbohydrate. So if you combine one of those elements with your carbohydrate, you're going to feel fuller for longer, and it gives you a more sustained, lasting energy throughout the day. So a way that you might like to try and implement this, if we look at the breakfast meal, a lot of people like to stick to their simple cereal and toast. A way to really make that a little bit more of a full meal is, if it's cereal, maybe add some yogurt, some really good quality Greek yogurt is a great option. Maybe sprinkle some nuts on there as well. So that kind of gives you the balance of protein and fats. That's a really nice thing to have. If it's toast, maybe putting avocado on toast, maybe some eggs. Even peanut butter is not a bad option to pair there with your pieces of toast, if that's something that you like to have. And another reason why I really like this nutrition tip for my clients is it starts to get you out of the mindset of having to count calories and weighing your food and doing all of that kind of things that can have a really negative relationship with food. What it does encourage you to do is to look at your food as being a bit more of a balanced product on your plate. So rather than just having one type of nutrient, be it, your carbohydrates. So if we go back with the breakfast, just having your pieces of toast, we can make it a bit more of a balanced meal by thinking about adding something extra to it that's not only going to give you longer energy, make you feel fuller, but it's going to hopefully cover a little bit more of your good quality nutrients to really round out your meal. So that's my nutrition tip, is combining carbohydrate with protein and fat. Okay, the second tip that I'd like to pass on that I teach my clients is about lifestyle. So when I talk about lifestyle, it's exercise. And I'm sorry, people, but exercise is a non-negotiable for me. You need to do some kind of exercise, not only for physical health, but for mental health. And before I see you all recoiling back and, telling me that, no, you don't like exercise, here is what I'd like you to do. And here's what I challenge you to think when I say exercise. Don't just think that it's slogging it out in the gym. It's not just going for a run and, for endless amount of kilometers. This is about choosing movement, any type of movement that you enjoy. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's playing a round of golf and you're walking. I don't care if it's in your backyard and you're doing some gardening and then walking around and lifting some pots and things like that, or doing some kind of movement that means you're not just sitting on a couch all day or you're not just sitting behind a desk. Whatever it is, I don't care. But the key here is finding something that you enjoy, because you're going to be that much more motivated to do it. You're going to stick to it, and it's just going to make you happier, which is kind of a really big part of the things that I coach with my clients. Is if it doesn't make you happy, then why do it? Simple. Okay, so that's your lifestyle tip. And the final one is the third, which is based on mindset, and it's closely related to the lifestyle tip in that I really encourage my clients to bring some kind of joy, things that make them happy, into their lives. Now, before you looking at me all confused and wondering what on earth I'm going on about, if you think about your own life for a moment here, how often do you find that you just get set in your ways with routine, the monotony of going to work, you come home, you cook dinner, put the kids to bed, maybe sit and watch a TV show, get up, rinse and repeat over and over and over and over again. Before you know it, you're not doing things that you enjoy. You're not making time for yourself. And before you know it, you're getting stressed. It's affecting your sleep, which is then affecting the food that you choose, or maybe it's making you overeat, and all these different components, when sometimes all you need to do is just take a step back, breathe, and reflect on the parts of your life that you can bring some more enjoyment. Now, the way that I teach my clients to do this, and I encourage you to give it a go as well, is to get a piece of paper, and I encourage them to write out 50 things that make them happy. That's right, 50 things that make them happy. And these could be things from their past, could be things currently that they're doing sporadically, maybe things that they've always thought that they'd love to do. Maybe a friend has mentioned it, or maybe they've seen it scrolling through social media and it's been a great idea and they're like, I'd love to do that. Whatever it is, I want you to write it down. Now, I encourage you that when you do this, is please do not overanalyze it. I don't want you to pause before you write it down and tell yourself that you can't do it, that it's unachievable, that it makes no sense. None of that. And if you find yourself doing it, I want you to stop and challenge why you might be thinking that way. Why is it that you are hesitant to put something down that you don't have to do? You absolutely do not have to do the thing that you're writing down. So why are you resisting even putting it down in the first place? What is coming up for you? Why is that happening? Okay, so I just want you to go with me on this. Write down your 50 things, and then I want you to pick 4. I want you to pick 4 things that are simple and easy to implement, that aren't going to require a lot of effort, a lot of thought. They're things that if you wanted to, you could do it straight away. 4 of those things, and I want you over the next month to implement those 4 things, whether it be doing 1 a week. Maybe you could do 4 of those day after day and rotate, depending what it is. Maybe you do 2 a week, whatever works for you. I want you to pick 4 and I want you to cross them off at the end of the month once you've done all 4 of them. And then next month, I want you to pick another 4. And the month after that, another 4, and do the same thing over and over and over again. And if you're finding that this is a little bit too easy, or maybe you're getting a lot more confident with it after you doing this after the first month, then extend it out. Pick 6 activities, pick 10, write an entirely new list. Whatever it is, I want you to start doing this. And this is a really powerful exercise to really start to rewire your brain to implement more enjoyment and happiness into your life that I have found in my clients really starts to bring about some change in a really positive way. Okay, and I could talk a lot more about that in a separate video, but for the purpose of this one, that is something that I'd really like you to try. Okay, so does anyone have any questions on those 3 tips before I wrap it up for this evening? Once again, if you are watching on a replay, just put a hashtag replay. Any questions or comments you have, I'm more than happy to answer them once you have watched this video. So just to recap, the 3 tips that I love to give to my clients in helping them bring about healthy changes. We've got the first one, which is nutrition. So combining a carbohydrate-based meal with a protein or fat. This helps you with your energy throughout the day, helps you feeling full. Also helps you bring about a lovely balance of food to your plate, which is really important to have variety for health. Second thing, my non-negotiable lifestyle is to do some kind of movement. I don't care what it is, just find something that you enjoy and do it. The third thing is mindset. So finding some kind of joy, something that brings you happiness, and write out that list and pick 4 and just do it. No ifs, buts, maybes, just do it. Okay? So they're my tips for today, and I really look forward to bringing you some more tips the same time next week. If you want to see the different topics that I'm going to be talking on, head to the pinned post at the top of my Reborn Health page. I have got all of the topics that I'm going to be doing. If you'd like to suggest any topics for me to talk about, by all means, send me a message. I love getting the input from you because after all, I really want this to be something that can be of a benefit for you. If you would like to talk to me personally, send me a message. I really, really, really love to see if I can help you out. I understand you may have reservations about your particular unique health concerns and issues. So let's have a chat. Let's see if I'm the kind of nutritionist that can help you out. If there's anything about that I've discussed tonight that you'd like more help with, by all means, send me a message. I'd love to talk to you. So if there's no questions, which it doesn't look like it, I am going to leave that for this evening. Once again, I'm so sorry for those that were live that I was late. But next week, it will be 8 p.m. Tuesday, which is Atlantic Canada time, which is roughly about 9 a.m. For Sydney, Brisbane. What's that? 8:30 for Adelaide. So anyway, I look forward to seeing you next week, and I hope you have a happy and healthy week. Bye for now.